Yo, Big Kesh back up in here. We about to go over how Kendrick Lamar just destroyed Drake at the Grammys. Matter of fact, Drake wasn't even nominated. This is a first in many, many years, man. You know, he used to be the guy. But his downfall actually needs to be studied. Shout out to Rapaholics. I will leave a link in the description. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And without further ado, let's get it.
Scratch that. Remember when he said,
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Yeah, well, it turns out that bar ended up being the most prophetic thing Drake rapped throughout this entire battle with Kendrick Lamar. Because just a day after he said that, Kendrick Lamar released Not Like Us, absolutely clobbered Drake in this battle, broke a bunch of his streaming records. It was a #1 hit for months, controlled the summer, and the legacy of that track still lives on to this day to haunt the OVO Commander-in-Chief, as it was just announced that Not Like Us has been nominated for 5 different awards at the Grammys. And keep in mind, the Grammys are scheduled to be 1 week before the Super Bowl, where, if you guys didn't recall, Kendrick Lamar will be headlining the halftime show and will likely do some sort of rendition of this record on stage in front of hundreds of millions of
Boy, Dot is on fire, boy. He's on fire, boy.
eyeballs. So when Kendrick opened his mouth, not only did he get awarded the opportunity to perform on one of the biggest stages in the world, but that same song he created to dance on Drake's grave might not just only be performed in front of 250 million people on the halftime show stage, but it also might take home several of the most decorated awards in the music industry. Now, I'm not glazing the Grammys here, all right? They often get things very, very wrong, including this year, and we're going to break down every single nominee, every single category, specifically in hip-hop within this video. There's also some big predictions on who's going to win a couple of these categories, which will be massive W's for those artists, so stick around for that. But before second, because Grammy Awards, February 2nd, Super Bowl, February 9th, new album, when? We know Kendrick is very specific as of recently with the dates that he's either been releasing music on or music videos or hosting events. His pop-out show was on Juneteenth. The Not Like Us music video was released on Independence Day. His latest record, Watch the Party Die, was released on 9/11, and we know that February is Black History Month. So with the significance of the release dates of Kendrick Lamar's most recent projects, and with the fact that he's likely going to win some Grammy Awards and perform on the biggest stage in America in February, it's highly likely that we're going to get his next album either slightly before or slightly after all of these major events occur. And a lot of people very close to Kendrick Lamar have basically all but confirmed that a new Kendrick album is on the way. One of his affiliates, DJ Head, who was the opener at the pop-out concert, tweeted out right after it was announced that Kendrick has been nominated for 7 Grammys at the next award show. He tweeted out a dash, then he tweeted out Grammy Awards February 2nd, Super Bowl February 9th, stay on stream. A cryptic way to imply that there's another significant...
Oh, that's what Drake texts academics, stay on stream. Nah, nigga, y'all stay on stream for this damn album.
Significant date aside from the Grammys and the Super Bowl that will be coming soon. He also tweeted, West Coast artists, now is the time, embrace it. No egos, no politicking, no BS. Have your affairs in order. Don't miss the moment. Punch from Kendrick's old record label TDE also tweeted out saying, we've had some amazing projects this year. Schoolboy Q, Sir, Zachary, Alameda, Doechii, and Absol delivered great bodies of work. And it's still a month and a half left of the year with a winking emoji. So again, no confirmation, but these cryptic tweets very much imply that something else is coming very soon. And another big question we got to ask ourselves is, will Kendrick Lamar be performing Not Like Us on that Super Bowl stage and potentially even on that Grammy stage as well? Oftentimes, a lot of the big nominees of the night do typically end up performing at the Grammy Awards. So I could definitely see Kendrick performing there, considering he's done so frequently in the past. And with Not Like Us being nominated for so many awards, with Kendrick Lamar performing the song 6 times at his pop-out concerts, it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities that we get him doing some rendition of the record on the Grammy stage. And that would just add so much more irony to Drake's line about Kendrick opening his mouth and someone just handing him a Grammy, because it's like, yeah, he opened his mouth dropping one of the most vicious diss tracks of all time, making some absolutely heinous allegations against you with the entire world chanting that you're a certified PDF file. And now he's about to go on two of the biggest stages in music to let you hear that record accompanied with a big budget performance. Let me know in the comments, do you guys think Kendrick Lamar will perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl or the Grammys, or will that be taking it too far? I mean, the record cannot be played in its entirety on family-friendly stages like that. They're going to have to change it up.
Yeah, he going to have to switch it up. I mean, he knows how to switch up a song and put other words in place of a curse or in place of a word that's going to trigger a family audience. So, you know what I mean? I think he could perform it and get away with some stuff.
Up or just censor out damn near every other word. And what's also not too good for Drake is that Kendrick Lamar was nominated for 7 different awards at the 2025 Grammys, and that makes him the 3rd most nominated rapper in Grammys history, being nominated 57 different times throughout his entire career. And ironically, before they announced this year's nominations, he was tied with Drake, as the two of them were the 3rd most nominated rappers in Grammys history, both of them having 50 nominations, but now Kendrick Lamar has 57, and Drake has not been nominated once at this year's Grammy Awards. But it's important to note that since 2021, Drake has retracted all of his music from the Grammy Awards. He's no longer and has no longer been submitting his music to be eligible to win any Grammy Awards. So it would have been impossible for him to be nominated this year regardless. But let me know in the comments, do you think if Drake did submit his music this year that any of his records would have been nominated for Grammy Awards? Do you think Family Matters might have had the chance of winning a Grammy? Or maybe his Wagwan Delisle record could have been nominated in the comedy section. And hey, maybe we'll still see Drake go...
Wagwan Delisle could have been nominated in the comedy section. Wow, that's a good one.
To the Grammy Awards and meet Kendrick and Metro Boomin in future the same way he was doing DeMar DeRozan at the Raptors basketball game last week. Regardless, let's go through all the nominations of the best artists, albums, and records of the past year and see who's going to take home the most Grammys. I think a lot of people can recognize that the Grammys have way less impact than they did years ago and mean way less to the culture than they ever did before. Because there's been countless years that they've been nominating the wrong artists, that they've been snubbing artists, like when they gave Macklemore the best rap album over Good Kid, Mad City, or when they gave the best rap album to Cardi B over Astroworld, Nipsey Hussle's album, Mac Miller's album, and Pusha T's album. Plus, you couple that with the fact that people don't really watch cable TV anymore, which is the main way that people used to tune into the Grammy Awards, and it makes them a lot less accessible in the digital age, a lot more out of touch with the music that's actually leaving a cultural impact within this generation. And they've just kind of become a corporate snooze fest. You see the same guests, the same nominees every single year. Oftentimes, it's very predictable who's actually going to win an award, as we'll see when we go through these nominations. And I think people have just had enough because the Grammys can never seem to get it right. Regardless, though, there is something to be said when an artist has that Grammy Award-winning title attached to their name and their legacy. It still holds weight, but after bad decision after bad decision, we can all agree that the Grammys probably don't hold the same significance that they once did. But let's go through these nominations and see if they got it right this year. So we'll start off with the Best Rap Performance. In that category, we got the following nominees: Cardi B with her record Enough, Common and Pete Rock with their record When the Sun Shines Again, Doechii with her record Nissan Altima, Eminem with Houdini, Future Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar with Like That, Glorilla with Yeah Glow, and Kendrick Lamar again with Not Like Us. And on a side note, it's kind of cool that he kicked off this beef with a record called Like That, where the chorus goes, you know, are you really like that? And he ended the beef with a record called Not Like Us, where he's saying, you're not really like that, you're not like us. But as for these nominations, I'm tired of seeing Cardi B on these lists. You can make the argument that back in 2018, her album Invasion of Privacy was deserving of several nominations, but with a record that came and went as fast as Enough, a record that sounded so formulaic, such a cheap, desperate attempt at just trying to recreate a hit that she's made in the past, while simultaneously leaving no real impact, that record definitely didn't deserve to be in this category. Let me know in the comments if you can remember one bar off of that record. And if we look at the definition, the best rap performance is supposed to celebrate the overall delivery, vocal performance, and presence of the artist in a recorded rap track. Does Cardi B's presence on her Enough record match Schoolboy Q's presence on his record Thank God For Me? I mean, that was the biggest snub to me of the entire list of nominees this year. Schoolboy Q didn't get one nomination. and he arguably had the best rap album of the year. Even Kanye West, who I think is the second most Grammy-nominated rap artist of all time, was snubbed in this category because his presence on a record like Burn off his Vultures 1 record was much more impressive and self-reflective than anything Cardi B has put out this year. J. Cole also got snubbed in this category. His songs like Trey the Truth in Ibiza or Pie or 3001 were much more deserving of a nomination in this category than Cardi B. Vince Staples and Benny the Butcher too, or A$AP Rocky and J. Cole on their song Ruby Rose. Like, there was much better rap records that could have made this list than the one they chose. But other than Cardi B, the other nominees are solid. It's great to see Doechii and Common get their flowers for the amazing projects they put out this year. Future and Metro Boomin definitely deserve a spot on this list. I'd argue they even deserve 2 with Everyday Hustle off that same album. The Eminem Houdini record was a nice little throwback record, very reminiscent to the Slim Shady era. It wasn't bad and it was a big hit, so I could see why they'd put it in this category. Plus, he's a very highly nominated artist within the Grammys, so it makes sense that he's here.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, Eminem up in there. Oh, boy. You know he they favorite.
I'm not mad with Yaglo being in here either. I didn't really care for that record, but then I heard Black Mass mash it up with 50 Cent's Wanksta beat, and it gave the track a whole new life. Shout out Black Mass. He's always mashing up new records with vintage beats perfectly. And it shows that a lot of newer artists just kind of suffer from very formulaic, repetitive, uninspired production. Like, if they had better beats, their music would be a lot better. Let's move on to the best melodic rap performance category. And I have a couple problems with this list here. Starting off with Beyonce and Shabuzi's record Spaghetti being nominated in this category. Like, Drake should have redone that bar as Beyonce opened her mouth. Someone go hand her a Grammy right now. Because, you know, obviously she's very talented, but at this point in her career, she could fart on a record and they would still nominate it. Like, yeah, she's kind of rapping here, but there's absolutely nothing groundbreaking. Like, she's rapped better before on records like Diva. She's definitely presented better melodies on dozens of other records. And there's just much better melodic rap records that came out this year that deserve a spot on this list before this record. Songs like Back to Me by Kanye, Freddie Gibbs, and Ty Dolla $ign off Vultures 1, or Vince Staples' record Black and Blue, or Running Out of Time by Future and Metro Boomin, or even a more melodic trap banger like On One Tonight by Gunna. I don't think Gunna got one nomination this year, and he did put out one of the better mainstream trap projects of the year. I'm not saying he deserved Grammys over Beyonce this year, but I don't know. I don't think she has a real place in the rap category. She gets enough nominations in the pop and the country and the R&B categories. Other songs that were nominated in this Best Melodic Rap Performance category included Jordan Adetunji, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Man, them people trying to destroy the traditional rap as much as they could, slowly but surely. I'm peeping them out. I see how they move. They move like snakes, man.
Featuring Kehlani on their record Kehlani. That was a strong record and it did blow up on TikTok. Future, Metro Boomin, and The Weeknd caught a nomination with We Still Don't Trust You.
Look at this, man. Y'all see how this is the norm now to dress like this for rappers? It's like normal now. Like, yeah, I'm straight. As long as they know that I'm from the street, as long as they know that I bust a nigga head, I could dress like this. Shit ain't okay, man. It's not okay.
Strong record, and it did blow up on TikTok. Future, Metro Boomin, and The Weeknd caught a nomination with We Still Don't Trust You. I personally think the original We Don't Trust You record was a better record, but Future did put out one of the best melodic rap projects of the year with We Still Don't Trust You, so I'm not mad about that nomination. Someone who I'm really happy to see here is Rhapsody with her record 3 featuring Erykah Badu. Amazing song, and she continues to be slept on year after year. So just like Doechii, I'm happy to see them finally giving her.
Sooner or later, ain't nobody gonna want black hair no more. I'm telling you, they slowly getting you to hate yourself. Slowly but surely.
Her some flowers, even though it's a little too late. And then the record that deserved to be here the least out of all these songs was most definitely Lotto's record, Big Mom. I mean, if they were looking to nominate her in this category, they could have at least went with one of her better records this year, like Georgia Peach. Many people say that they think Drake actually ghostwrote that record because it sounds so much like his song Virginia Beach. But regardless, that was a pretty solid effort from Lotto. Whereas this Big Mama record that was nominated is just repetitive, something we've heard before, generic. and pretty annoying. Definitely didn't deserve a Grammy nomination. Let's move on to the Best Rap Song category. Now, again, they got a Best Rap Song category and then a Best Rap Performance category. The difference between the two is that the Best Rap Song honors songwriting and lyrics and focuses on the songwriter's contributions, while Best Rap Performance celebrates the overall delivery, vocal performance, and presence of the artist in a recorded rap track. So Best Rap Performance is more about the overall record. Best Rap Song is more specifically about the actual songwriting of the record. So keep that in mind when you look at these nominations. Now, who was in this category? Well, we had Future and Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar again with Like That. We had Glorilla again with Yeah Glow. We had Kendrick Lamar with Not Like Us. We had Rhapsody with another record off her newest album called Asteroids. And then we had Kanye West, Ty Dolla $ign, Rich the Kid, and Playboi Carti with Carnival. This is the bigger rap category of the night. Like, some of these categories, they don't even actually present at the award show, but they typically do actually present the award of Best Rap Song during the actual ceremony. So out of all the different rap categories, this is probably the one that matters the most. And I could definitely see them giving this to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, or his record with Future, Like That. I think it will go to Not Like Us though, but I'm kind of upset that Euphoria didn't get a nomination in any of these categories. To me, that was the best diss record that came out of this entire beef. It was 6 minutes of straight bars. It predicted so much of what was to come within the entire battle. And it saw Kendrick going through all these different flows, all these different voice changes, coming with some calmer energy at the beginning of the track, and seeing 3 different beat switches after he told Drake to come with 3 switches. That's exactly what Kendrick did, even giving us a Toronto accent in the process. It was like a theatrical performance, and if you're talking about honoring songwriting and lyrics, then Euphoria definitely deserves a spot here. Let me know what you guys think. I think Not Like Us will definitely take that home. And then that moves us on to the last rap category with Best Rap Album. Now, there were a couple snubs here, but overall, this was a decent list. They nominated Common and Pete Rock with their album The Auditorium Volume 1. Great album. They also put Doechie's Alligator Bites Never Heal mixtape in this category. It's great to see her getting her flowers just off a mixtape. And I wonder if she wasn't signed to TDE, if they would be honoring her in the way that they are. But at the same time, if she wasn't signed to a record label as iconic as TDE, who knows if she would have been groomed and trained to put out a project as cohesive and strong as Alligator Bites Never Heal. We also got Eminem, who was nominated for his album The Death of Slim Shady. There's a couple albums that deserve the slot over Eminem, in my opinion. That album was a little tough to get through. It wasn't his best body of work, but at 50 plus years old, Eminem's rapping abilities are still top tier, and it's the Grammys. Of course, they're going to nominate Eminem. I don't think he's going to win, though. I think it's going to be Future and Metro Boomin with We Don't Trust You. That album was the highest selling rap album of the year, one of Future's best efforts. It kicked off the entire massive rap beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And I don't think a mainstream trap album has been so significant to the culture as this album was in recent memory. It has everything you want from a mainstream rap album. It has excellent production. It has strong lyrical performances, maybe not necessarily from
Future always deliver, man. He got a method to his songs. That those melodies, bro, he mastered how to do melodies and catchy hooks.
Future himself, but from artists like Rick Ross and Kendrick Lamar. Strong melodic performances from Future throughout, catchy hooks, massive hits, some more personal records for Future standards, and the chemistry between Metro Boomin and Future is just unmatched. So I think that's going to win. Another nominee in this category is J. Cole with Might Delete Later. And honestly, as much as I love J. Cole, to me that album was a little bit forgettable. I don't even know if you'd call it an album per se. He treated it as more of a mixtape or a teaser to his actual album, The Fall Off, that's coming soon. I mean, it's called Might Delete Later for a reason. It's a bunch of throwaways. But there were some strong moments on that track list. Songs like Pie, 3001, Trade the Truth, and Ibiza. For a very short period of time, the project also featured J. Cole's response to Kendrick Lamar with 7-Minute Drill, even though he quickly deleted that off of streaming platforms. And I think the stain that that album left on J. Cole's legacy in 2024 with him deleting his diss record, with the overall track list being a little underwhelming and scattered, and with the overall project just not being up to par for J. Cole standards compared to his other projects, I don't know if this album is the most deserving of being nominated as one of the best rap albums of the year. I'd say that spot in the nominations list would be much more deserving to go to someone like Schoolboy Q with Blue Lips, or Vince Staples with his album Dark Times, or the most slept on album, in my opinion, of the year with Denzel Curry's project King of the Mischievous South Volume 2. I definitely suggest you go check that album out if you haven't heard it. And either that or Schoolboy Q's albums deserve to be in this list, in my opinion, way before Eminem's project Death is Some Shady or J. Cole's project Might Delete Later. But as far as who's going to win this, I definitely think Future and Metro Boomin are going to take this home for sure. And I could be wrong, but I think that will make it Future and Metro Boomin's first Grammy award ever. So I'd love to see them win it. Let's move out of the rap category.
They gonna be funny and give Eminem everything. Then all the black people gonna be mad again.
Or you get to the main category of the Grammys this year that features very few rap artists except for the one and only Kendrick Lamar. His song Not Like Us is nominated for Record of the Year and Song of the Year, but it's important to note that it's very rare that a rap song actually wins these categories. I don't know if it's ever even happened. And given the names that Kendrick's up against in these categories like Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, The Beatles, Sabrina Carpenter, Post Malone, it's going to be very hard for him to win this.
The world ain't singing that other shit. I don't hear no white people singing that other shit. The Grammys is gonna have to be real with themselves one day, like, you know what I'm saying?
I think they're going to praise him in the rap categories. I don't think he's going to take any of these awards home in the main categories, though. I would say Song of the Year will probably go to Taylor Swift and Post Malone with their record Fortnite, or maybe Beyonce with her record Texas Hold'em. And I remember being a kid back in like 2010. Well, not really a kid, but like 13, 14 years old. And I was watching the Grammys with some friends and they were presenting Song of the Year. And I didn't know any of the nominees, but they went through them all and they named Taylor Swift. And this was the year that Kanye interrupted her on the VMA stage, or maybe it was the year right after that. People were still kind of unfamiliar with her, but I knew she was going to win the second I heard her name. And I'm just like, watch, they're going to give it to Taylor Swift. And sure enough, they did. I forget what record she won that for, but it was a given. And ever since then, she's just been a behemoth at the Grammys. She wins like every award. So I wouldn't be surprised to see her win in these main categories. It's very similar artists in all these different categories. Album of the Year, Song of the Year. It's all Beyonce, Sabrina Carpenter, Charlie XCX, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift. Charlie XCX had a big year and her album Brat was pretty good, but it's more alternative. It's more rigid compared to an easily digestible album like Taylor Swift. So I just see her having a very easy sweep of these awards. Not that I want it, but again, the Grammys are predictable. They're corporate. They don't give awards to anything cutting edge, and that's why they're less relevant than they've ever been. But one rapper who was surprisingly nominated for Album of the Year this year was Andre 3000 with a non-rap album, a flute album, with his album New Blue Sun. And again,
bro, that's my joint. I actually listened to that about 3 times straight through.
It just shows the Grammys are a joke. I mean, there weren't any vocals on this record. It was just Andre 3000 playing the flute. Like, the Grammys couldn't have given a bigger slap in the face to every rapper this year by nominating a rapper who didn't even put out a rap album for the Album of the Year. Someone who...
I feel like that's what people need, man. There's a lot of lyrical... there's a lot of lyrics in... there's a lot of destruction in these lyrics. And I think people need to raise their vibration higher. They need to listen to a flute song. Some people need to just sit their ass down because they're not mature enough to just appreciate a song. They want to act on a song. Oh, this rapper say he do this? Well, I'm going to go out and do it. No, you need to go sit down and go listen to a flute song, man.
Who was noticeably missing from all these categories as well was Nicki Minaj. She got not one nomination, and she, unlike her Young Money label mate Drake, did submit a bunch of her songs and albums to the Grammys to receive nominations. I wasn't the biggest fan of her record Pink Friday 2, but it was the highest selling female rap album of the last year, and she didn't get one nomination for it. I can't imagine she's too happy about that, especially considering the fact that her female rap counterpart Doechii was nominated for a bunch of awards in the rap category and was even nominated for Best New Artist of the Year. But again, it's going to be a tough battle for her to win that because she's up against some massive artists like Shaboozey and Sabrina Carpenter. I'd love to see her win, but it doesn't seem likely if you look at the type of artists or genres that usually win that award. And if Kendrick doesn't win Song of the Year with Not Like Us, then
Drake got everybody looking bad. Drake got everybody around him looking bad. Wow. Wow.
then I hope it goes to Shaboozey with his song, A Bar Song, Tipsy. I feel like he kind of picked up where Young Thug left off with his rap country record, Beautiful Thugger Girls, back in 2017. He's found a really cool way to kind of merge trap and country music together.
Hey, people love that Shabuzi now.
And a bar song is a pretty good song. I'd much rather see that win than another Taylor Swift record. Please do not let her sweep the Grammys again this year. Kendrick was also nominated for Best Music Video for Not Like Us. I would say that was easily the best hip-hop music video of this year. And funny enough, obviously Taylor Swift was also nominated in that category, but A$AP Rocky was also nominated for Best Music Video with his record called Taylor Swift. So maybe the Grammys will get confused and give A$AP Rocky the award thinking that they're actually giving it to Taylor Swift. But yeah, if I was a betting man, I would say Kendrick Lamar is definitely going to take home the Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song awards with Not Like Us. They typically give the same song the award in both those categories. And for Best Rap Album, I could see them giving it to Future and Metro Boomin with We Don't Trust You. As far as Best Melodic Rap Performance, it's tough to say. I could see them giving it to Beyonce, but I hope they don't because it's barely a rap song. I would love to see them give it to Rhapsody. She definitely deserves a Grammy. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think they got it wrong here? Do you think they snubbed some artists?
Man, I'm going to tell y'all this, man. I don't even give a damn about no Grammys. I don't even think I ever watched the Grammys. Straight through, like, probably seen little snippets of it or something like that. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. How many of them y'all think Kendrick Lamar going to take home? Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I will leave a link in the description. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone.